Amsterdam Kitchen. Join us live on Saturday mornings
from 10 till 12
on Broadcast Amsterdam.
Or catch up later.
It's all online.
You're back on Amsterdam Kitchen, and welcome Jobien Groen from Max Bien.
Good morning. Hi.
Good morning.
Nice to be here.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. So, congratulations on your award. Tell us more about the prize then.
Well, the award we won during the veggie fair in March, I think it was. And it was we won an award for the blue cheese. So it was the audience was able to vote for us, and they voted us number one. So I was super happy. So we got the best cheese award of this year.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's not just any old cheese. What's special about your cheese?
We forgot the whole what it's actually about. It's plant-based cheese. So instead of being it's not made of milk or any animal produce. It's made the blue cheese is made of nuts. But we also have cheeses that are made of rice or wheat or oats even.
Wow.
So it's all plant-based, and we have butter and cheese sauce, fondue. Yeah.
And what's the reasoning behind that? What's your motivation to make plant-based cheese?
The reason why we think it's good to have plant-based alternatives to cheese is that animal products it's often not very friendly for the animals, of course, and people often think when you eat meat, then the animals have to be killed, and that's really horrible. But even the dairy industry is quite animal intensive, and it's not good for the environment. So we think it's really good to have some alternatives. Just like you have the vegetarian burgers, so it's good to have some options. And we want to make some good options for cheese and butter, because we didn't think there was some good stuff. We did a vegan challenge a couple of 2 years ago, and it was actually fine to eat mainly plant-based meals. We really enjoyed it, but we missed the really good stuff to have with a wine or a beer, and what we would often eat when we eat cheese or maybe a sausage. We just we missed some really nice stuff, and also after a couple of months the hummus was getting a bit much to us. So we started to experiment ourselves and came up with some really nice stuff. We think so.
And when you say we, who's we?
Well, that's Max. Max and my name is Jobien. So Bien, Max and Bien. We're Max and Bien. She's my partner, and we started it together. And she has actually been the one who's been doing the hard work for the last couple of 2 years. I had to stop for a little while because I had a burnout, so I had to recover from that. I'm starting to get back into it, and Max is the one who kept going and who's taking it to the next level, the company.
But you started off together, but that's great. You're back in the game.
Definitely. Yeah.
Well, there's lots to do. And then did you have a food background together, you and Maxine?
Well, Maxine's been a chef for over 20 years, her whole life, in really good restaurants in Holland and also abroad. My background is I'm a scientific researcher on food and health, and I've been working as a journalist as well on food. So I've been working and reading stuff on food, and yeah.
And then when you started off with this product, how have you grown as a story? Did you have much money to invest and start off, and was it a slow going? What has been the process?
Well, no, we didn't have any money at all. We started out in our kitchen, also serving experiments to friends, and sometimes it was good and sometimes not. So we really had to grow into it and experimenting with the recipes. Then we started selling at the Zuidermarkt here in Amsterdam, and that went really well. But also then you sell to customers, and you get feedback. So we learned a lot, and we really grew into the recipes, and started experimenting a bit more. And then I think half a year later, we were able to rent a professional kitchen. So it's been very organic in the way that we are growing. And we're actually looking for funding at the moment, because we find that the demand is growing, and we would like to grow with it, but we need some money for that as well. But because we have started to hire people now as well. We can't do it by ourselves anymore. At some point, we thought it's so busy. What's happening? And we realized, maybe we're growing. So that's actually a really good. It's a really good sign. And
good problem to have.
Definitely. Yeah. So we're growing, and we have some people helping us out in the kitchen. We have some people helping us with socials and marketing now.
Yes.
So,
Let's talk about the product then of your range. We've got to here for me to try. And I have tried it at the Kitchen Republic. They had a pop-up market. But a while ago, so this is a treat here. 2 different types of cheeses that Jobien has put on some bread for me. Listeners, you cannot enjoy this, I'm afraid, but I'm going to tell you all about it. What are the 2 products that we've bought today that I'm going to try?
Here we have the award-winning blue cheese. It's based on cashew nuts, and we ferment it, and we add the real penicillin roquefort, so it's the French Latin official name. So it's the real blue mold that's growing, and that gives that super umami blue cheese flavor. And the other one is a butter. Actually, it's a seaweed butter. Because we've developed 2 creamy butters as well, so the seaweed butter and a neutral salty butter. And we've also been nominated with those butters for the Quaker Pitch, and people can still vote for us as well. So if you go to our Facebook, Instagram website, you can still vote for us, and the winner gets to sell to the Quaker as well. So it's
the big Quaker with the big wholesale, which is going to find its way into various other places, which is great. I'm going to try the blue cheese then, Jobien.
I think it's very courageous to have it this early with your morning coffee, but well done for that. And I wasn't sure if there's a rule about eating on the radio, if that's allowed, but I thought it would be nice to experience it.
It's very nice. I do like the blue cheese, and you can really see that. So, it's amazing that you've been able to get that combination.
Yeah. It's just lots of experimenting, and sometimes, you just have to try everything. We're also, because this is based on cashew nuts, but they also come from far. It's really expensive. So we're looking into creating cheeses with more local ingredients as well. Like in Holland, there's lots of other ingredients. We have to look into that as well. But we can look for beans or oats or wheat, or maybe even potatoes or whatever.
Yes,
and the sky's the limit. It's not, and that's really fun with this produce as well. Yes. It's so new, so you can discover all these new things.
Yeah, and the Netherlands as well, being innovative in its agriculture. I think starting to grow avocados now and other things. I'm going to try the butter now, but that blue cheese is very good, and you're right, with that umami taste that vegans and vegetarians can enjoy. Amazing.
Yeah. So this is with seaweed from Zeeland. So at least the seaweed is already a bit local. And it's nice and salty. It's creamy.
It is. It's gorgeous, and it's very light. I like it.
It's a bit like garlic butter kind of thing, and it's very herby. And it has a freshness to it as well. It's also fermented a little bit, so it's a bit you get a fresh pop as well. I'll leave it here. You can have more.
Yeah, it's a lovely butter because not too heavy. I had a whipped butter last night, which is also quite light, and it's very nice bread. Thank you very much, Jobien. And I'll just have to do a shout out to poor Gilly Carney, who's sick today, who invited you for the interview because cheese is her big thing. And we've just had a really nice tasting of the seaweed butter and also the blue cheese. And she's going to be jealous as hell.
Yeah, get well better soon. I'll leave the cheeses here. Maybe when she gets better, she can come over and taste it.
Yeah, that's kind. Thank you. So I really like this blue cheese, but you've got many other products. Could you maybe pick out a favourite of yours, or maybe it changes over time, Jobien?
Yeah. It's the blue cheese and the butter are my favourites. And we have them often with snacks and the wines. That was the why we started in the first place.
I love the motivation, something to have with our wine.
It's very important.
Yeah.
And we have a goat cheese as well. It's like a goat cheese feta kind of cheese, and it's really nice to crumble over dishes. And I used to cook a lot with feta as well, to make your salads, to make it nice and salty and fresh, and use that a lot as well. We got smoky cheese, which we smoke over hickory wood chips, so it's got this really punchy flavor.
Wow. How many products have you got then now?
I think we have a range of 10, 13 products now.
Yeah. Nice.
And we keep developing and changing it. So we just started out with a truffle cheese now as well, because we have a cumin cheese and a mustard cheese. And then we
thought, it's Nederlands.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So we keep developing and getting new cheeses, thinking of new cheeses.
That's the scientist in you, Jobien.
Definitely, I love it. And it is science. It's what happens with the bacteria and when you're fermenting, and I love it. And what happens to the flavor and to the... But I have to say also, because we've developed it now with our common knowledge and with my nerdy knowledge. But it is science as well. So we started to cooperate with the University of Wageningen to get some food technology people.
Yes. Food technologists.
Yeah, food technologies on board to help us even further, because it's real science, and because we for example, the holy grail within the vegan cheese world is the meltable cheese, and when you put it on a pizza or toasty and you take it apart and you get all these stringiness, and that's really hard still to, and then have the right flavor. So
I was going to ask you that, because so far most of the cheeses are very smooth with the nut butters and everything, so you don't get that consistency. Perhaps it's mainly the kind of the smoother cheeses. And
although the goat cheese, the cumin, and the mustard, they are firm cheeses.
Yeah.
So we do have firm cheese, and the smoky cheese is a bit firmer as well. But then to make a firm cheese that melts really well, that's the next step. So we're working on that as well.
If anyone's going to do it, Max and Bien can do it. You guys,
definitely.
You would be famous for that, honestly. You can have melted cheese on toast, all that, and put it in a toasty.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Pizza, hamburger.
You'd be rich. Well, I guess that's not the motivation, though.
No.
So business-wise, where can people get hold of the products? Where do you sell, apart from, so you started on the Saudermarkt with a stall. Do you still have that stall?
No, but because of Corona, they had to size the market down, and so we're not there anymore. But we would love to get back there. It's really nice to have that contact with customers, and to have to know what's going on, how they respond to our cheeses. And often in the kitchen we think, oh my God, this is brilliant, or this is not good at all, and then you take it to the market, and the response is opposite, for example. So it's we would really love to get back there. And we sell it in Amsterdam in a few vegan shops like Vegabond, Willy Croft, Little Plant Pantry. We sell it to Landmarkt. And I should have had the list prepared, because I'm really afraid that I forget some.
People can go to your website and find
definitely.
The stockists, I imagine.
Yeah, of course.
But Landmarkt is a good big store.
Yeah.
It's nice. I really love the Landmarkt.
Yeah, and I was thinking and in Haarlem we also sell it to the Slagersdochter. So it's actually a butcher, and they have cheese, but also vegan cheese, which I really think is a really nice combination. And there is Morty's Kaas en Delicatesse in Utrecht. They sell it as well. And it's especially interesting that the traditional cheese shops are opening up to the idea to also sell vegan cheese. And it's working.
It should not be us and them or anything. Which is very nice, because you're selling in Willycroft, Willycroft is also a plant-based cheesemaker. So you're not... you essentially you would be in competition, but they are just embracing another maker.
And they sell lots of cheeses there, so it's really nice. And they have an online shop as well, so people can order there in the Netherlands, I think even Belgium and Germany.
Cool. And do you take online orders directly from customers?
No. We sell through Willycroft and our Farm Today as well. And we haven't started that path yet.
It's a big thing, isn't it?
That's because then you have to have a shop and you have to have packaging and deal with returns, and there's already so much to do. So for now we want to focus on producing the cheeses. And also if people want to taste it, we sell to a lot of restaurants. So again, I wish I had a list with all the stockers, but I haven't. But so from top of my head, we sell to the vegan restaurants like Meatless District, Bonbon, and we sell to a couple of non-vegan restaurants that focus also on lots of vegetable meals like THT and Noorderlicht, Vessel. So there's lots of places that you can taste it. But again, please go to the website for the full list.
Of course. And how's that been with the coronavirus, with restaurants and things closing? Have you seen that business then go down in that way?
Yeah, definitely. That was tricky because Max, our background is in hospitality industry. So we thought, okay, let's focus on that. And it's because she has got a huge network. She knows the people. She knows what they want. And that went really well. And then Corona came and all the restaurants had to close down for 3 months, I think. But fortunately, we also had some shops already where we were selling, and like Willycroft started their online shop then. So, and we actually sold, and a lot of people, more and more people were buying online cheese as well. So, in the end, we had we didn't see the effect on our numbers, but because we were able to shift really quickly, and we are still a small company, and we were flexible enough to then focus on the shops, and so we're happy that the hospitality industry is back, of course, and we can continue that. But now we will focus on retail and hospitality.
Yeah, cool. Which I suppose a big part of that would be if you won the Quaker Award or if you went further in that kind of competition. So could you tell us a bit more about how that works? So people will vote basically for your product? Yeah, there's
also, is it called a jury?
Yes, yeah.
A jury. And they already tasted all the products, and that's how we got nominated. And then until the end of October, people can vote for us, and people's vote will count for 25% of the total. And then in the end, the jury again will also put their the recommendation in. But so people's vote is quite a big chunk. So vote.
Yeah,
and it's also interesting to see that there are lots of plant-based producers there doing different stuff. So also burgers and shawarma and things. But it's big. It's in big trend.
In our house, we've been loving the beetroot burgers that they do from Albertheim. We've been getting we like them better than normal burgers now. It's our preference.
Yeah.
So do you get involved at all in kind of helping persuade people to switch to plant-based diets, or do you mainly just focus on producing?
Well, we hope by producing amazing plant-based cheeses that we persuade people as well. There's still a lot of work to do for people, even to like when we're in our vegan bubble, we think everyone is having vegan cheese or knows it at least. And then when I talk to almost anyone during the week that is not in our bubble, they're like, vegan cheese? What's that? So it's really good to get that reality check and realize that that a lot of people don't know it. And it's the same with how the vegan burgers were introduced a couple of years ago, or the plant-based milk. So there's lots of work to do, and we're focusing. Yeah, we're working on that as well. It's and also we want to approach it in a way that you can have the vegan cheese next to a normal cheese on a cheese platter. Just have the choice or the variation, and try it. If you just try it. And try the different flavors. Like vegan cheese doesn't have a very good reputation because for years it was this bland, rubbery things, and it's getting better and better. And the developments are still going super fast. So don't give up on the vegan cheese. It's only just beginning.
Yeah, you heard it here, listeners. And finally, Jobien, do you have an Amsterdam base where you kind of work? Would you say that you are an Amsterdam company?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we work in we have our production kitchen in Amsterdam's Houthavens, and our office is in Amsterdam as well. So we're the plant-based cheese makers from Amsterdam, or the plantaardige kaasmakerij, how we say it in Dutch.
Oh, lovely. That sounds brilliant. Well, thank you for joining us. I'm going to do a shout out to your website. It's maxandbien.amsterdam. And your Instagram, how's your Instagram?
It's also Max and Bien, and that's Max ANDBIEN.
Yeah, that's it. And we'll put a link also on our website in the post. Well, I hope you've enjoyed being on the Amsterdam
Thanks
Kitchen.
so much for having me. It's already over. I was just,
I know.
I was loving it.
Well, maybe we come back again. We're going to be, hopefully we won't go anywhere. And we'll maybe bring Maxine next time.
Definitely, she'd love that.
When you've invented the meltable
I will be back.
cheese.
I'll be back with the meltable cheese.
Amsterdam Kitchen. Join us live on Saturday mornings
From 10 till 12.
on Broadcast Amsterdam.
We'll catch up later.
It's all online.
Broadcast Amsterdam, your local radio station, 24/7 and on demand. Or on broadcastamsterdam.nl.